We don't need to get into this, but you're not cooking your meat right.
Well, no, I squish it down. I break it up as I'm frying it. Like, I don't cook it up like a block.
Andy, we need to do cooking lessons. Synthwave cooking lessons so everyone out there can cook just like you.
Well, how do you fry your meat?
Why do you keep saying fry? I saute.
Well, you fucking, in the frying pan, you put the ground beef and you fucking break it up. What's the but if it's on a frying pan, I say the word fry. I guess that's...
Oh, I like to stove my food when I eat it.
Hey, yesterday we were talking about Debbie Harry. Remember we were talking about the Blondie thing with the rapping?
I eat guitars and I eat the bars and I eat where the people meet.
Yeah.
Then, when there's no more cars, you go out at night and eat up bars where the people meet.
It was funny because after we did that, Parallels and Nina were doing this sort of little tour, and they did a show at the Knitting Factory, and they were joined by Bunny X and Czarina.
I feel like there should be sound effects whenever you name drop.
But for some reason, like, Debbie Harry was there.
Oh, she gets one too.
And but anyway, yeah, because I was like, I didn't even know what the hell she was doing there, but like Czarina has like this picture with Debbie Harry.
Did Debbie Harry do the rap? That'd be amazing.
Yeah, that's a good question, actually. Let's give Czarina a call here. I'm going to put her on Skype.
Hello.
Hey, Czarina, how's it going?
Hey, Andy, what's up?
So, Debbie Harry was there at your show the other night. Did you get her to do the rap?
No.
Oh.
Is that seriously why you called?
No? How have you been?
Goodbye, Andy.
Well, that went well. Hey there, welcome to the Real Beyond Synth. This is a show. I'm Andy Last. Over here in Austin, Texas is Mike Mendoza.
I am Mike Mendoza. This is a show.
What's going on in Mike Town?
I just bought a PlayStation 2.
Is that why you're wearing a scarf?
Yeah. And I played Metal Gear Solid 2, and it is hard as shit.
I don't even think I ever beat Metal Gear Solid 2. Now that I think about it. I mean, I know what happens.
Everyone gets cloned and everyone gets sent to space.
Do you know what happens? I'll spoil it.
Please spoil it. I don't want to play anymore. It's too goddamn hard.
I think it turns out that the bad guy the whole time is a computer.
That's what I thought.
Anyway, look. Listen, this is the Friday show. We've had a crazy week here at the Real Beyond Synth. So
I know why I'm wearing the scarf, because I was playing Gran Turismo. I'm a big race car boy. Wow, check me out in my German touring car.
all right, look. So the Real Beyond Synth, if you guys are new to this or whatever, the Beyond Synth podcast has been going for many, many years, since 2013, but then we started doing this sort of like this talk showy version of it. And we've been doing this. This has been week 1. We had Dana Jean Phoenix on. We had Protector 101. We had Magic Sword. And today I'm going to be stepping out of the studio to do a Q&A with The Midnight. So that is going to be fun, and we're going to do that in just a few minutes here.
What do I do at the studio?
What can you do while I'm gone?
Play PlayStation.
Are you going to play Metal Gear now that I've spoiled it?
I'm going to play Gran Turismo 3. That's the best racing game of all time, hands down. No one can argue with that.
Have people argued with you about that?
No. But it's 2019 and everyone wants to argue about everything.
Anyway, look, shut up. We got, like... I don't want the show to run over time.
This is kind of great. This is how it always goes.
No, listen to me,
I'm Andy
all right? So I'm going to go chat with The Midnight.
I can't control my sidekick over there.
Shut up.
I'm not a sidekick. I'm not a sidekick.
So the point is, The Midnight are here in Toronto. They're playing at the Danforth Music Hall. And they've been on the regular Beyond Synth podcast several times. So I thought today I would go on Twitter and I would ask the listeners of Beyond Synth to send in their questions that I'm going to bring to The Midnight, and I did that. So now I'm going to press the special Beyond Synth printer button, print up these cue cards, and then get my ass to Mars. So here we go, fucking print. All right. I'm off to the Danforth Music Hall.
All right.
What time do you guys go on?
9:15.
You're not doing the midnight thing anymore?
Oh,
We
what
never
is it?
did the midnight.
No, you did.
We had a couple of
we?
shows.
Yeah, the
where-
Velvet Underground.
We went on at midnight?
Yeah.
So late. Oh.
Yeah, I remember. It's like,
Yeah.
I felt my age that night.
Those make for rough mornings.
Well, you were rough anyways, right? You had a cold last time.
Yeah, I did have a cold
yeah,
last time.
true.
That was.
Yeah.
I don't have a cold today.
Good.
You look like the most professional guy in this group.
Yeah,
That's for sure. Is that a silver tie or a
It's white.
It's white.
I started watching Miami Vice for like the first. I've never really watched through the show before.
Very
This is like-
stylish.
yeah, like what's his face? Is Tubbs like first scene? He's like wearing
Yeah.
this. He's going through like this strip club kind
Man,
of thing.
he's a slick fella.
But everything else is good. You guys are relaxed and feeling good.
I mean, we're trying to be relaxed. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
You know, it's
We're-
pretty intense.
Tim's kind of finishing the record in the back of the bus. So he's playing double duty right now.
That's one of the questions on here. Yeah, spoilers.
It's definitely a labor-intensive year for sure.
Yeah.
But it's an exciting year.
There's a lot of stuff happening, so it's just finding the time and the focus, the mind space, I think,
Can you get
to
mind
do it all.
space in the back of a bus?
Well, that's the big question, isn't it? That's what we're trying to find out. No, it is nice to be able to
good?
retreat in the back of the bus.
All right, look, we're here. All right, the Midnight are in Toronto, which is exciting. This
Hello.
Has it been a full year?
I think it has,
Yeah,
right? It was
wow.
last fall. Was it September last year?
September, October, yeah.
Do you guys want to introduce yourselves to the camera so everyone knows?
Okay, yeah.
I'm Tim.
I'm Tyler, and
We're the Midnight. See? We sync that up.
So today I got some questions here. I sourced some questions from Twitter.
Yeah.
For people, they wanted to know some stuff. So I'm just going to get right into it.
Okay.
Great.
And we'll do it. So this one's from Daniel Barton, aka Heartbeat Hero. He says, "What synth would you want if it was the only synth you could own?"
Oh, that's a question. Right now, I'd probably go with Serum. It's not very synthwavy of me to say that because it's not a vintage synth, but it's the most. It's a synth built by Deadmau5, and it's the most versatile synth out there. I think right now. It's what you can do with it. It's really rad. So yeah, I'd go with that one.
Cool.
One day I'd love a Juno on stage somehow, even if we just ripped the guts
Yeah.
out and made it into
Yeah.
it's just it's such an iconic synth.
Get one that you can wear, man, with like some straps and things. Like
You know.
those organ grinder monkeys.
Pretty heavy.
All right, this one's from Jimpy, the king of the Germans. He's called himself. He says, "How does touring affect producing new music?"
Oh, we were just talking about this. That's a very good question. It's definitely it's been a tricky balance to maintain the sort of headspace of being in a creative space and trying to we're working on the next record and finishing that up on the road, and also before touring during the year and then coming back for a few weeks trying to be in that headspace of making new music and being in that space, and then going out and being extremely extroverted, playing shows and you're meeting people, and it's definitely two sides of the brain that we're both learning to sort of manage, I think. But yeah, right now, I'm sitting in the back of the bus. We're not playing, trying to work on tracks and trying to finish the album and trying to get it done.
Yeah. Do they produce on the road with portable equipment? See, that's like I'm not even paying attention to what
There
you're
we go.
saying. Yeah.
There you go.
Yes, they do.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. That's what we're doing right now.
What's your setup then back there?
I have my laptop, and then I brought my little UAD Apollo Twin, which is the smallest of the UAD sound cards. I need to get a bigger one that has a bit more processing power, but that's the one I have on the road. That's the one I finished the last couple of records with. And I love UAD stuff, so that's honestly, it's like my headphones, my little sound card, and my laptop. That's it.
And we've got an SM7B just for
If
just
we
for
don't want
fun.
to record vocals and stuff.
Do you have a little curtain to like
it's a
wall
back
yourself
back
out?
lounge.
Yeah, we got a little lounge in the back of the bus. So yeah, we're not even fancy enough to have a curtain. It's not in the budget. I couldn't afford it.
One day.
Okay, so how do you find the guest? He's asked like 10 questions. I don't know why I allowed this. How do you find the guest musicians who you tour with, like your sax players? And because obviously now you're the arrangement's a lot bigger than it was last time.
Yeah,
so you've
we
got
added a
more
bunch.
By one.
on-stage presence going on. So yeah, where do you find these people? How do you vet them?
Where do we find them?
Where do we find? From all corners of the world. We're really happy to have Lilia with us today.
Yeah.
She's killing it playing bass and guitar. It really it kind of elevates the band feel. Like there are a lot more variables playing together.
Yeah,
She's
it's
great.
just it's nice to have another person to kind of play off of. You really feel the energy on stage from 4 people versus last time we had 3 people and we had us and then the sax player.
Yeah.
And when you add more people, it just adds for more spontaneity on stage, and you can play off each other's energy, and that's really fun. And I think the audience feels that.
So do you audition these people? Like, where do they come from? Do you know them?
Yeah, I mean, it's some people we like know in the music in the biz, as it were, and other people it's Justin, our manager, will like seek out people, and sometimes it's someone and someone I know, and it's really it's a small world, the LA music scene, but there are people we don't know that we kind of put the word out and we sort of see who fits the bill and all that stuff.
Yeah. I guess you're yet to go to Europe, right, on this tour?
Yeah.
So his final thing is, do you have any sightseeing planned?
Sightseeing.
Our routing is pretty insane for Europe, so we won't have many off days, but we will have.
Just looking outside of the bus, the windows.
Yeah,
That'll be
that's
the
right.
site I'll see.
We'll have a travel day in Dublin, so I'm excited to go drink a Guinness and have some Irish whiskey.
Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, usually the sad part of it, the irony of touring is everyone's like, wow, it must be amazing seeing the world. And at this level we're touring, obviously we're trying to make it just work. And so you rarely have time to actually go and explore the cities you're in, which is the sad beauty of touring.
That's my favorite thing, because we just had the Toronto International Film Festival.
Yeah.
And so that's all the questions they ask all the movie stars on the red carpet, like, oh, how's Toronto? And they're just like, oh, I love your city, it's great. And they're literally like in there on a plane and then like an hour later.
It's sad, but that's the reality.
This is a question from Prophet of Jupiter. It says, wondering what gear the Midnight feels is most important on tour and in studio to make their unique sound.
That's a good question. What gear? I mean, I guess we talked about this earlier. I keep, in terms of the production of the songs and stuff, I keep it all in the box. I don't use any outboard synths. Not because I don't like the sound, but I'm not very technically inclined, and it would mean a lot of wiring and stuff, and it's not the way I like to work. So whether on tour or in the studio, it's the same thing. I kind of keep it in the box.
So Ableton.
So I work in Logic, and then we use Ableton for the live shows. And but I love using outboard gear if it was all ready and set up for me. But I keep it in the bus, so or in the box. So just got my laptop, got my sound card,
and a Fender Strat and Tele.
Yeah.
And a Korg, micro Korg.
And what's the amp you're using? What's it called?
The Kemper.
The Kemper.
Yeah, Kemper's an amazing little portable amp profiler.
It's fantastic. Yeah, it'll basically make it sound like various types of amps, but without having to lug around, a huge Marshall amplifier. You can sort of make it sound like it's
way
fantastic.
lighter than my first guitar amp.
Yeah. Cool. Art State. Okay, so this one's for Tim because of your Danish roots. You're a Dane, correct?
This is true.
He asks, how does a big plate of frikadeller make you feel? Am I saying that correctly?
It's close, yeah. Frikadeller.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some sort of meatball, I imagine.
It's a meatball, yeah. It's a very, they're great. It's funny. I mean, I have a Scottish dad who grew up in England, and so I sort of see myself as half Danish, half English. Somewhat Scottish, I don't know, it's a mix, but I didn't grow up with tons of Danish food in the house, so what I miss is the liver paste, and my Danish friends will know what I'm talking about.
So
liver paste
frikadeller for
not
you?
so much, but like a good liver paste on rye bread. Oh,
yeah.
It makes me sad now.
Just the word liver paste is...
This sounds gross, but it's delicious.
This one's from Binkley. It says, will there ever be more songs with Tim doing the vocals?
I mean...
Tonight?
Not tonight. Yeah, at our live show, we're actually on this tour. I'm singing a little cover of a Police song that I love. Nothing planned in terms of releases. I don't want to rule it out, but I do like leaving the vocals to Tyler on the records. Synthetic was a song that was written, as kind of as the Midnight was coming together. So it was a song of sitting around and never found a home. And I was like. We ended up sort of making it work to fit in the summer, fit on that album. Yeah. But it's not, I don't have a certain agenda of like putting on more songs with me on vocals. I like leaving the hard work to Tyler. Just go sing.
Okay, this one's from Dane Walker. Well, this is sort of the same thing. Synth, what's the most important synth in your arsenal that you love the most? I think we do that?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
What piece of equipment in general? Yeah, fuck that. Okay, Charles Meller, but thanks for your question, Dane. Charles Miller says, does it hurt to rock so hard?
It does.
It can.
It does, yeah. I'm feeling it right now.
Gotta stretch before you rock hard.
Well, it hurt you
Limber
last
up.
time. Your fucking voice was...
Yeah, I'm slowly learning how to deal with the rigors of tour.
Yeah,
Lots
yeah.
of vitamins and supplements and Zicam and
Green juice.
yeah.
Well, I'm happy you
Yoga.
seem like
In the back
nice
of the
and
bus.
refreshed. Last time I saw you, I think your skin color was sort of a greenish.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I don't know if we're refreshed today, but we're
Yeah, we're happy.
okay. We're here.
Okay, well, this goes to what you just said. Okay, so Christopher Albert, he says, do you have any plans to release any cover songs in the future? What would be your dream cover?
We don't actually have any covers
No,
plans.
we like playing covers live, but nothing on the record.
What would be a dream cover for either?
Yeah. What would be a dream?
What would be a good... There are some very obvious ones that are fun, but I don't know that they're the most interesting. What do you think?
God, there's some Fleetwood Mac songs that I would love to do.
Oh, that's good.
From Tango in the Night, perhaps.
Yeah. It's a good
What about some
record.
like outside the box ones that like aren't necessarily synthy or whatever?
Yeah.
But to put them through that filter.
Yeah.
I will be honest, a lot of like late 80s, early 90s country radio, like mainstream country, fits so well with the synthwave aesthetic. It would anger everyone. Nobody would be happy about it. But the songwriting is it's pitch perfect for a revamp.
So we can look forward to some Achy Breaky Heart as done by The Midnight.
Achy Breaky's a little rough, but like some Garth Brooks, some Alan Jackson, those songs could be retrofitted into this world in a really fun way.
Yeah.
This is a question here from Prism, which is a female synthwave duo. I'm not sure which one runs the Twitter, but they ask, what's the best 80s movie and why is it Flight of the Navigator?
It's obviously Flight of the Navigator.
Yeah,
That's a really
that's the real
One
question.
does not know. What's the? I mean, I don't have any one specific '80s movie. I like them all. Andy.
Yeah,
I like them all. I like
Very
lots of movies.
diplomatic, I like that.
No, I could list a couple of. I don't have one that's like that's the one. If I like quintessential like moody '80s, I do like the Terminator, the first Terminator.
Yeah,
It's just like a noir feeling horror movie. I love it. It's kind of gritty and kind of bluish tinted. Anyway.
I agree with
Do
you.
you remember Uncle Buck?
Oh, I love Uncle Buck.
Yes.
That's the
Now we're
best
talking.
80s movie.
There we go. We found it.
Luke Sanders, songs such as Jason, Gloria, Crystalline, Lost Boy, do these refer to characters that exist in a wider The Midnight universe?
Ooh.
Or are they based off past experiences or people you've met?
I will say sometimes I'm painting portraits and sometimes I'm painting landscapes, and if the fans will give us enough time, hopefully we'll figure out how to paint those portraits in the landscape.
Yeah, we do really enjoy sort of building that expanded universe, and we're leaning into that with this next record. Just little nuggets in the artwork and stuff like that, and what you're referring to, so it becomes an in-universe thing.
Yeah,
I love, and we both love. Like you are really big on the world building.
Yeah.
And it's fun
Yeah.
to do that.
There's gonna be like an end game album where all the people come together.
They all fight. It's just us fighting on stage.
Okay, this one's from Jennifer, aka Hugh Hefner, says, do you listen to audiobooks? Do you have any recommendations?
Yeah.
You
I
like
have,
reading, right?
yeah. You're big on reading. I listen to audiobooks.
I'm
and
gonna turn
podcasts.
my phone on and I can read through what I've been.
And then I can
Do you like to read? I haven't read a book in a very, very long time.
Yeah.
I'm not proud of that. It's just something I just like telling people.
I read. I don't read a lot. I do audiobooks, if anything. You huge on reading, right?
Yeah, go
Audiobooks
ahead.
are the same damn thing. It's like, honestly, like I used to do that and I could get in conversations with people and talk about how like the movie was worse than the book and no one would know because like
it's you
Samuel
read the
Jackson
book.
read it to me.
There we go.
If you're a visual or an auditory learner,
That's exactly it.
I've just started Malcolm Gladwell's new book, Talking to Strangers. Advice Not Given by Mark Epstein. It's like a Buddhist guide to life. Braiding Sweetgrass by our new poet laureate in the States, Robin Wall Kimmerer.
Is that nonfiction or is that a story?
That's it's sort of like poetic prose, but it's kind of her story. She's an indigenous person. What else?
I like it. This is.
Oh man, the best one. It was an economics text by Yanis Varoufakis, who is the Turkish finance minister. I know. That sort of thing.
I got more dumb questions from this lady. She says, "Talk to me about your favorite cheesecake." Yes, no?
Oh,
no.
I lived in Brooklyn.
You're like a healthy guy.
I try.
You both seem like you're pretty fit. Are you bigger this time? I feel like you've been jacked.
No, I'm not. Or hopefully not bigger. I'm trying to get rid of this little guy.
Yeah.
Cheesecake doesn't do that apparently.
Yeah.
I love me some cake though.
Intermittent fasting. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
That's what I'm doing now.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
The world may never know.
Good questions. I'm glad we're finally getting to this.
Glad we're getting into the meat.
Thanks, Jennifer, for wasting our time. Give a shout out to your biggest influences and inspirations.
That's cool.
That's great. I'd have to go Phil Collins, Toto, Pat Metheny, Steve Gadd, Phil Collins as a drummer, Jeff Porcaro, my favorite drummer.
Totally.
Raging at the Machine.
Yeah. Bruce Springsteen, Paul Simon, Bob Dylan, James Taylor.
Oh, James Taylor, yes.
Lyle Lovett. Some of the, like Guy Clark, kind of like the Townes Van Zandt, the deeper songwriters in the kind of the minor canon.
Ooh, Michael McDonald. Yeah, all day.
Yeah.
Something for the young kids to listen to.
If you're paying attention, Tim's world is here and my world is here, and the Midnight meets right here.
Right there.
Very tiny point in the middle.
What's the end? Oh, she says, "I love you," and then in brackets, "Not you, Andy. You, I fucking tolerate."
Jeez,
so mean, guys.
Did you edit these? My goodness.
Well, I'm just looking around. This one, I just drew a little picture of you guys so I could remember who you guys are.
Look at. Wait, Tyler looks.
Yeah.
What is this? You look like a thin-haired Southern guy, just very goofy.
That's what I feel like in my soul. So.
I look like extremely passive. We should show this to the camera. I don't know. So, this is
to jog my memory. You see, sometimes I forget things.
Yeah. This is beautiful.
So, talk a bit about. I mean, I know you guys gotta fucking do your sound test
go
soon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is it time? Okay. Great.
Cool down. Okay.
Okay. So maybe just a quick, just a little like the differences between this tour overall. I mean, obviously, bigger show, more crew, all this stuff. So like just.
I guess you said it right there.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to?
Well, this is kind of our last tour on Kids. We tried this a year ago to see if it would work, and it seems to be working. Nobody's stopped us yet. So as we are able to, get into bigger rooms, increase our ceiling a little bit, we're able to bring on more people and make it just a little bigger. So this is Midnight Live version 2.0, and we're excited to see what Midnight 3.0 looks like.
And it's thanks to people showing up to those shows.
Absolutely.
So thank you guys.
What about the, in terms of just the prep from your guys? I mean, like now that there's more stuff going on, is it more work for you, or is it technically other people are shouldering the burden? Like, do you feel you're doing more?
There's a slightly bigger pressure, but the workload is roughly the same, I'd say. Right?
Yeah, well, last year it was just us learning the beats, us learning our parts, making sure that we could perform the set. And now we can kind of do it, and we can enjoy the flourishes. And Lelia and Jacob tonight.
Jacob is on tonight.
Jesse tomorrow night. They're shouldering a bit more.
Yeah. Cool. All right, guys. Well, look. You got to go do
We're going to go do
set
up.
Thanks for talking.
Thank you guys very much.
Man.
And I guess we'll get a little private show now.
Ooh,
yeah.
Bye, guys. Wicked.
All right, that was fun. Did you enjoy that?
I had a good time. I played Monopoly versus myself, and I played as each of the characters, each with a different strategy.
Name me a Monopoly strategy.
1, aggressive, so just buying up everything you touch. 2, conservative, buying up strategic things. 3, just going around to collect go. Not even buying anything, just racking up go, go, go.
What do you call that strategy?
Go, 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 baby. I gotta go fast. Sonic!
What?
Did you ever watch Sonic? The cartoon?
Which one?
What? Blue streak speeds by Sonic the Hedgehog.
Too fast for the naked eye. Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic, he can really move. Sonic, he's got an attitude.
Were you too old for that, I think? Andy's too cool. I'm dating girls and playing GoldenEye.
Those things are mutually exclusive. Well, look, I just want to say thanks to everybody for watching The Real Beyond Synth. It's been a very eventful week. We've had all these guests. I feel like, you know, my hairline has changed over the course of the week, which is very interesting. It was very stressful, you know, getting this all going. What the fuck are you doing? Why are you wearing a scarf?
I don't know. Are you giving me shit? Like, on your Instagram, you've got this fabulous scarf that's like 15 feet long.
That's my Doctor Who scarf.
It reminds me of a certain snake from the Chamber of Secrets, Mr. Potter.
It should remind you of Doctor Who because that's what it is. Follow Beyond Synth on Twitter and Facebook and SoundCloud and like it on iTunes and all that shit. Not that there's anything really worth sharing in here, but share it. Tell people to watch it, man, because right now nobody does, so it'd be cool if somebody did. Besides, I can't even make the joke that my mom watches this because she doesn't.
Yeah.
No one does.
Sonic, he's the fastest thing alive.
So I thought as we end the show today, we normally thank our awesome Patreon supporters and PayPals, which you can be a part of if you want to support the show. I thought we would go behind the scenes because while the Midnight were doing their sound check and stuff, we were grabbing footage and getting some cool behind the scenes stuff. And so I thought we would cut to that as we end the show this week. So I just thought I would thank you all for watching again. Thanks to Mike Mendoza for being my partner in all this, I suppose. And now here's some cool behind the scenes stuff with the Midnight, and we'll catch y'all next week on The Real Beyond Synth. And if you haven't got the joke yet, by next week I mean like half a year when we put out another episode.
Monday, dude.
Yeah. See you Monday.
Are you kidding?
Those are fighting words, man. You do.
Nice.
Yeah, you do. And you know I don't back it up. Okay. I mean, he doesn't. Actually, that's just good for you. Yes. You guys want to do some music? Yeah.
Hit
What
it.
song do you guys want to play?
Whatever you want.
The one with the notes and the lyrics. Yeah, man. I miss Winston. Good guy.
Who's Winston?
My dog.
Was he? Did you have someone looking after Winston?
Yeah.
Like, is it a crime How long can a dog be alone before it's a crime?
Let's find out.
No more than I
train doors open, and she walks in, she's soaking, caught in the rain, her skin shines like crystalline.